I'm going to wait a minute. We'll see if we get anybody in here. Uh, just going to address some things that have been going on recently and what's going to be going on here on the channel. A lot of crap that's been in the air. Was pretty busy this weekend, so if you want to get to all the information, if you're watching this after it's been live, just go forward a little bit. Let me turn down my notifications so you guys don't get all that vibration and crap. Bit by a mosquito right on my arm. But like I was saying, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on. I'm gonna address it, um, and yeah, I'm gonna address it right here now. Hey, Susan. A lot of stuff going on that I'm finally gonna make a video about. I didn't know if I was gonna do a video response because I've been the vibration's still on. Damn it! Turn vibration off. How do we remember? Okay, we're back. I just shut off the vibration on my phone. So I'm gonna take a minute, let some people jump in here. I'll give you guys a full story of what's been going on, things that have happened, where we're going from here. Because it's dumb, it's petty, and I've had to give it a lot of thought what I'm about to say. So, and I didn't bring a Mountain Dew with me in here. I should get a sponsorship from them. Okay, we're 2 minutes 20, and I'll give it to 3 minutes. We'll see if people have jumped in here. If not, then this video is just going to go up. If you're watching after this has been up, just fast forward to the 3 minute mark. That's where I'll start. Oh, man. Well, okay, so we're there. All right, so we're at the 3 minute mark. Here we go, guys. This past week, something big happened that I'm not too thrilled about, and it actually stemmed from August. So we'll start at the beginning. Back in August, no, it actually starts way before then. At the beginning of the year, I decided that I wanted to rebrand and that I was going to do a new show and everything like that. In May, like I had all this stuff out done at the beginning of the year. In May, I went and shot a bunch of videos, a bunch of episodes, and I've been editing them and releasing them on Dark Realm TV. And soon they're going to be coming here on YouTube. In fact, next week, one of those episodes will be on YouTube. So all that's been going on. In August, I was reached out to by Ghosted Magazine. Ghosted Magazine. Okay, that's their official title. They reached out to me because they believed I was infringing on their common law trademark, which means they don't have to file a trademark just because they've been around for 3 years. And they believed that Ghost Ed was too similar to Ghosted Magazine. I thought this was stupid because if you can't discern between Ghost Ed and Ghosted Magazine, then you probably can't even read a magazine. Just my 5 cents there. Unfortunately, they felt different. They thought it was infringing on their unwritten unregistered copy or trademark, and that they were asking if I would change the name. At first, I was like, I was pissed, honestly. Number one, I was pissed off right out the gate, and so I was like, okay, whatever. And then, a lot of people started. I made a post about it, that I was going to change the name and change everything that I was doing. Then a lot of people jumped on there, and everybody said, you know, everybody agrees that it's clearly different titles. Um, so I said no. I changed my mind, and I went and filed a trademark for Ghosted, even on the logo too. So $350 spent there. The application process takes about 6 to 7 months. That's how far behind the government is. Um, so in that time, I decided, okay, I made a post about like I just did this. Another person filed a copyright in my name for the name on the term Ghosted Magazine. I don't know, something, but anyway, after that, I shut up about it. I didn't say anything on Facebook. It didn't say anything on YouTube or nothing. I shut up about it, and I continued to just let it be because that's how I am. It's like, fuck it, whatever. Well, what was it? Friday morning, as it turns out, my main Facebook page, my personal Facebook page, was shut down. And it was because of Ghosted Magazine. This Facebook page that I've had for 15 years, it had about almost 7,000 followers. Because I was promoting Ghosted on Dark Realm TV and Ghosted. I think I had the my logo as my banner. Uh, because I guess because of all that, and because these people are petty and um, ignorant, that they decided that they were going to have my page taken down for copyright infringement. Now I have appealed this because I do have an application in standing and in review. Sent them the numbers and everything for that, but my personal page, my David Glidden page, was taken down. I thought about doing some of the worst things imaginable this weekend. Fortunately, I attended a paranormal conference, and there's some people there that I did talk to a little bit, and one of them was trying to smooth things over with this group. Um, from what I was told, a certain individual funded the magazine, but it has no say over it. April, I'm not even gonna say her last name. There's a lady that's in charge, if you want to call her a lady. She's in charge of that magazine. Um, she owns the magazine, I guess, but she is the one that filed the copyright or the trademark claim and had my page taken down. So this tells me one thing, and something I was suspicious of at the very get go is they're not in it for the paranormal. They're in it for the money. Um, Ghosted was a platform. Ghosted was a platform for me to educate people on the paranormal, on different things that I do, and um, doing that through investigating and then making tip videos, which we'll get into that stuff here in a minute because that's going to be a big part of this too. Um, I struggled with all of this mentally. Like I said, I wanted to do the worst things that I know I could do. Um, I wrote a 3-page note, letter, whatever you want to call it. I was going to go live. I was going to read this 3 pages, but I'm not going to read it now. I've had time to cool down for the most part. um, in it, I will kind of paraphrase some things because I still believe this to be true. And I'm just going to say it like this. And if any of you watching this are, if you feel like I'm attacking you or feel like this is directed at you in any way, then maybe you should question yourself as to why you feel that way. So, with that, I'm going to say this: the paranormal field is no longer a paranormal field, it is no longer a community, it is an entertainment business. There are not enough people in this field that are actually doing legitimate research or doing anything to actually educate people on the paranormal. The majority of the people that are out there are doing it for likes, clicks, views, and money. They're trying to get famous by doing something that they enjoy, which, on one hand, I get it. But on the other hand, it has saturated this whole place, this whole, can't even call it a field or a community, this genre, this subject. There are people that are, I've seen a lot of things in this field, and I didn't say anything. And somebody needs to. There are people that have got into this field literally fresh off the ground and decided we're going to start hosting events. And they're trying to make money. Who've never investigated, who don't have years worth of experience. And I'm not talking about, oh, I was a kid and I experienced this, or I lived in a haunted house. You don't have experience because you didn't go out and do the research. You didn't go out into the field and investigate other locations and other people's homes. You didn't get to do all that. And you're out here trying to make a buck to entertain people. There are people that buy locations and open them up claiming that they're haunted, just so people will start coming to those locations and paying them. And then they can make money off of the location. There are people that start up magazines who just want to promote these people that don't have a goddamn clue of what they're doing. They pretend that they're demonologists when they're not. They pretend that they're, some celebrity because they did an interview on the fucking news channel. But they run these things because money. They claim to be psychics and they couldn't fucking they couldn't even tell if they had to piss or not. There's people that are, on YouTube who try to be original, who try to just sell an investigation when clearly it's a bunch of crap, all because they want to get likes, views, and get famous and make money off of YouTube. There are people that go to conferences who only did interviews on a show. If you look at their banners, it's like, as seen on Travel Channel, as seen on this and on this. You have 5 minutes maybe of screen time. Nobody cares. The paranormal field has got me pissed off. It's not like I wish I could quit calling it the field. The paranormal scene has me pissed off. There was a lot more that I wrote in this paper, in this memoir, this note, whatever you want to call it. There was so much more that I've written. I know if I go into it, I'm going to get more fired up. I'm still pretty fired up. I mean, I'm passionate about this field. I believe that there are things that can be beneficial. There are people out there doing great work to help us finding answers, finding ways of finding answers, helping people cope with their experiences or identify something, or just learning to open your mind to different possibilities. There are people out there that are doing stuff like that, and you don't see them on TV often. You don't hear about these people often. And whenever they do try to make a name for themselves or try to do something, they're not legitimate because it's not fucking Sam and Colby. They're not the Scooby-Doo investigators. They're boring. Investigations are boring, guys. I'm telling you that right now. If you're an investigator, be honest, and you can put it down in the comments. When was the last time you reviewed a DVR system, a whole camera system from an investigation? When was the last time you set up cameras throughout a location, reviewed a DVR system? Let's do one better. When was the last time you recorded audio for a full investigation, not just running a DR60 for 3 minutes and seeing if you caught any of the anomalies? I'm talking about running a legitimate recorder for a full investigation and then reviewing that recorder. When was the last time? And don't lie. There's a lot of investigators out there that lie to themselves, just as much as the people that lie to the rest of the community. So let me scale this back a little bit because I'm getting a little heated here. So let me scale back. I mentioned to a few people during this paranormal conference that I was I was right on the edge of just letting it all go, getting out of this shit. The paranormal field is a joke. I thought about just up and leaving it. I have videos that deserve to be seen that I wanted to get finished editing and post it, and then once the well runs dry, that's it. I was considering canceling all my events except for a couple that I feel strongly about doing. I was going to cancel the rest of my events and just disappear from the field. And it all boiled down to what just happened with Ghosted Magazine and this whole copyright shit. These people that seek entertainment and seek stardom and money, they will do whatever they can to destroy the people that have built this field and that are continuing good work if it affects their dollar sign. If it affects something that they've done that to provide income for themselves, which that's the other thing is like Ghosted and Ghosted Magazine. If you're worried about a show casting a negative light on your magazine, that's one thing. But I'll tell you what, you were worried, you said in the chat that you were worried about that people would get it confused. Well, so what if they got it confused? Because that means people that watch the show would go check out the magazine. That's like the whole reaction channel people on YouTube. You know, they listen to music or they check out movies. They edit them. So you, like the movies they edit, so you don't see the full movie, but even with music, that's getting people's music out there. That's getting films out there. There's a lot of people that have opened up to new bands because they've seen something that somebody reacted to. It goes hand in hand like that. Video, magazine. You think I'm going to get subscribers from or viewers from your magazine? Maybe. Are you going to get readers from my show? Maybe. Are you going to lose viewers because of my show? You weren't. You weren't going to. So now my main Facebook page is down. The one that I use to advertise and keep in contact with everybody is gone, basically, for now. And most likely for good. Who knows? And I'm supposed to sit back and take it. I have projects that I was advertising, projects that I was trying to get out there. Now that is going to be a lot more difficult. So you could almost say I'm losing money on that now too. So you affected my bottom line, my income. Plus my Facebook was monetized. I don't know if you guys know that. My Facebook was monetized, so that was a source of income for me too. The hypocrisy is real. Because you were afraid that you and your magazine were going to see some kind of damage or loss of profit, you decided to go after somebody that was not doing that. And the fact that you caused that to happen to somebody else says more about you and stands, where your stance is in the paranormal field. I'm not going to tell anybody to not subscribe to you. I'm not going to tell anybody to unsubscribe from you. There's no sense in that. I won't tell anybody, hey, you should go subscribe to him. So it's on, you know. Whew. So with that being said, I've had all weekend to think about it. I'm not going to apologize for anything. You can do whatever you want to. I'm not going to apologize for anything. I did, however, and you guys here on YouTube have probably seen it or noticed it, I did revert the branding back to haunting history because I don't want the YouTube to get affected. And the people that follow this channel and that watch the videos, I don't want you guys missing out on anything. Right now, I don't know where I stand as far as whether or not I'm going to continue in this paranormal field or not. There's been a few people who've reached out and tried talking me down from the ledge about it, but I don't know. We'll see. I guess what I can say is like if I did, it would be indefinitely. It would be for a period of time. I don't know how long, but it would be for a period of time. I know, Susan. I might leave the field, but I won't be gone. Um, there will still be videos coming out. In fact, I just released a video Saturday and plan on releasing another one this next weekend. I have a few videos ready to go that I'll be dropping. Just going to try to get through the videos I have right now and see where we land. I still have plans to shoot my feature film. If I'm going to do anything, I'm going to pivot from the paranormal into feature films and things like that. So that Indiegogo is still going to be up. If you guys want to look that up, it's called From the Darkness. It's on Indiegogo. Or if you find me on Facebook, I do have another Facebook page that I started building from scratch. You can find me on there. But for now, like I said, I'm just gonna put out what I got, see where we go from there. But that's where everything lies. It's really fucking childish. It's really childish. That's all I can say about it. Don't go over there, send them any hate. Don't do anything like that because then it'll come back on me. Um, do I wish some bad things? That's for me and God to know. But all I can say is karma is a bitch. Time will tell, and yeah, hope everybody's having a good day. So, if anybody has questions or anything, just throw them up real quick, and I'll try to answer them before I go here. Also, in that new video, I did advertise a new piece of equipment that I was starting to use. So, if you guys haven't seen that, it's about halfway through maybe more than halfway through the video. So watch more than 10 minutes of it. No questions. Okay. All right, guys. It's been fun. We'll see you around.